Hello, Leo, and thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. This message is for the month, just a general overview of the energies playing out for the month of October. Let's see what messages want to come up. Illusion is the first one showing up. Embrace the truth. So I feel like this is talking about shattering an illusion, the illusions being shattered, embracing truth, dreams, believe in your dreams. So this is really super awesome. I love to see this. I feel like, I want to say something about the illusion, and because the dreams is right here as well. Like if you've really ever experienced some things, which like, wow, this is like a miracle, or this feels like I'm living in a dream, that sort of thing. I feel like you've had some dream that you may not have seen it manifest into the physical realm. I feel like, there could have been a part of you that was like, am I just wishful thinking? Or, is this an illusion? I'm just really in that, mindset of wishing for something. I feel like it's coming true. Underneath that was discover your courage. And I feel like this is through trusting your intuition. There is a new beginning. I feel like you're about to see something come true, a dream come true, maybe something at once upon a time, like I said, I feel like you dreamt for it, you wished for it, you didn't necessarily see it showing up in the physical realm, and you could have just thought, well, it was just in my, imagination, something like that. I feel like you are about to break, like there is something about an illusion that is being shattered, and you embracing the truth of a situation. And I feel what this situation is in regards to a dream. So very powerful energy. Let's see what other messages want to come out for you. This is for Leo, for the general energy of the month of October. You can check back. I am going to be doing the full moon readings for each of the 12 signs. Those will be coming out next week, so you can stay tuned and look for that. I do have like one or two other messages that are coming out before those come out as well. So we got the Three of Wands in reverse. Let's see why this Three of Wands is out there. Five of Coins. I like to see this, and I know like if you've listened to me read for any, you're like, what? Because the three upright talks about growth moving forward. I feel like this is part of the illusion. I feel like there has been an energy where you maybe were kind of like, I hope not, but losing hope. Losing hope in something, manifesting into your physical realm. I feel like you have been going through something quite challenging, maybe feeling cast out, maybe feeling some sort of lack, that sort of energy, even maybe feeling the energy of like you're having a run of bad luck, or just like, I feel like it was a challenging experience. Like I feel like you've been going through some sort of challenge. And I feel like that is about to be over for you. I feel quite quickly during this month of October. Yeah, see, I do feel you've been stuck in some sort of energy. The first thing I do want to say is, be mindful of this. Do what you got to do. Like go into meditation, let go, like release this energy, go through whatever it is, like receiving the downloads, cleansing your energy, releasing your mind, because I feel like there has been something that has kept you trapped. And again, it's an illusion, right? Is how I'm feeling. Like you're maybe stuck in this mindset, like it is not going to get better, or things aren't going to move forward, or my dreams are not going to come true. It just feels like you've been stuck in something. And I feel like a big part of it is shifting and breaking out of the illusion of that. I feel like the illusion is where you're stuck in your mind. Like, if you've got that negative thinking, that sort of energy, because at the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles, right? And we love to see the Nine of Pentacles, and look what would be right underneath there, the Ten of Pentacles. I feel also the Nine of Pentacles is an indication of maybe feeling like whatever you're doing, like I feel like you have been doing it on your own, regardless of what this is. Even if, you do have people around you, a support system around you or something like that, I feel like like you could be feeling, or in your head thinking, people aren't understanding, or maybe you have a hard time communicating, or what you're communicating isn't being heard, or something like that. I feel like you've been stuck in something for a minute, and I feel like you hold the power to dissolve that energy of the mind that has been keeping you stuck and caught up in an illusion. And I feel like that's breaking. I feel like you are moving forward, and I do feel like it's because there is this shift and this change in your mindset. And and I know if you've ever done this before, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like when in your mind, you can visualize, you can see, in your soul, you can sense, I am worthy, I am deserving, this is going to happen. And it doesn't matter if there are a million things externally to you that are giving you every reason to believe that you can't. It's what you tap into that changes the direction, right? So I do feel like it's you breaking out of an old mindset, liberating yourself from, I feel like, a mindset that's had you stuck. And look, there is a card, 4 of Cups talks about blocking. I feel like you've been blocked. Your pathway has been blocked. I look, bottom of the deck, there's your card. There's the energy. There's the sun. That is your ruler, right? I feel like I can't even look at this reading and say, I can say how there could be some external experiences or situations that maybe, got you a little caught up, but I don't feel the majority of it is that. I feel like it's something within you that you have been going through, and it's kind of like it's got you caught up in something, like I said, a negative mindset, or a lack of enthusiasm, or lack of emotional interest. I'm just getting like you're not feeling your vibe, right? Your true authentic vibe, shining, sparkly, showing the world who you really are. I feel like you've been in something that I feel like this is, during this month of October, you're breaking free of that. You're shattering the illusion. There is going to be this shift and change in energy, I feel, where all of a sudden your spark comes back, your fire is reignited, you're growing, you're expanding, your mind is shifting, you're waking up and you just have more positive thoughts and less negative thoughts. I don't feel like you're feeling so emotionally bagged down or, blocked off. Like I feel like, and this would definitely sum this up for me, right? This is being at a crossroads. I feel like that's what's been going on for you. Page of Wands, your energy again showing up at the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like you have been going through some sort of challenging time frame, cycle, experience. I do feel like could have been very confusing for you. Maybe you're having a hard time understanding. I am recognizing with the energies that I'm seeing blocked is fire, air, and cups, right? The one I don't see that's out here is the earth, right? So I'm feeling what's been going on for you, or with that your challenge has been, like I said, like not feeling passionate, not feeling motivated, really working through some challenging things, feeling stuck as far as maybe thoughts, ideas, information, and really something within the emotional realm. So it's those 3 things that I feel that we're bringing forth challenges. I feel being at this crossroad is that point of you making a choice, right? You making a choice and a decision on which way you want to go. I feel like, wow, okay, we will take it. Here, all right, I'll pull these 3 just to show you these. But here we go. Where there is some sort of news information that's going to be coming. This is, to me, the ignition, like something that gets you fired up. We have the Emperor card here with Chariot card. So, for some of you, if this is in regards to a relationship, this could be a very powerful person entering your life. If this isn't about relationship and it's about career or job, I do feel like there could be a very important career opportunity that's coming through, whatever this is, to go from this Page of Wands where this communication, this information, this whatever this spark is, to the Emperor, to the Chariot, tells me that something very big, like this Emperor could even represent you really coming into your power, right? And moving forward quite quickly, liberating yourself from what is an illusion, what is not real. Because I feel like this is about embracing the truth, right? And it's the truth that you know on a soul level. That's the truth. Ace of Swords at the bottom of the next deck. So yeah, I do feel like this is the month where this challenge is over, right? Like this is something, let's see what card this is. I wanted to fly out. Yeah, this I was talking about, and this is the card that came out. This cycle is over. This cycle is ending. It does, and look at the bottom of the deck again, the Emperor. Of a cycle, like this could have been something, you know, like maybe you have been going through some sort of a healing process in regards to old heartbreak. And I say old because when I see this card where, yes, you see those 3 swords, like, you know, in through the heart, you don't see any blood dripping out. So it's been a long time ago. Like this is really all, you know, this experience, it's time for it to be over. I feel like for a while it's been time for it to be over. Maybe you were just closing out this cycle and working through the last remnants of whatever needed to be healed, looking at things a lot differently now. Like I feel getting your motivation back. You know, if you've gone through a dark night of the soul, I've mentioned this in not recently, but in readings prior, I have mentioned when you go through that, like when you go through the dark night of the soul and it feels like your whole world has just been crumbled to the ground, right? You don't just wake up one day, the next day after it just feels like it was totally crumbled around your feet and, you know, skipping through life. I mean, yes, it'd be great if that was the way it worked, but it's not. It talks about, you know, having to clean up the debris, having to feel the feelings, work through some, you know, mental, you know, challenges of the experience. And then ultimately you begin rebuilding that internal strength, your courage, your confidence, all of those things come back into play. And I feel like this is what I'm talking about for you. These cards keep wanting to fly for you. So look at this. Nice cards. High Priestess and the King of Wands. That is your energy. I feel like you are making a choice and a decision. I feel like this is the month where you're really in tune, tapped in, aligned with your higher self and your intuition, and trusting what your intuition is telling you to take action on. And again, I'm feeling that action is coming in. I did see this too, which is talking about a choice and being at that crossroad, which is a choice as well. And you can see that she's got that blindfold over her eyes. So it's kind of like you're intuitively choosing, you know, the direction. And I feel what you're choosing to do is like, you know, over, like this is another 5. You're choosing to, you know, close out this, like you're choosing. The 5 can talk about a lot of mental anguish, but it can also talk about an energy that wants to win at all costs. Bottom of the deck is the 5 of Cups. So I'm seeing repetitive energy showing up in here, right? Where I feel like you were like going through challenging experiences in your physical realm, but I feel like they were as a result of emotional, you know, energies, mental energies, like, you know, this can look, Queen of Swords. You're cutting this out. This is where, you know, you're stepping up to the plate. You're shattering the illusion. You're embracing the truth. You're recognizing that this was only a temporary thing, where this can be overcame, that you are overcoming these challenges of feeling a lack, of feeling blocked, of feeling stuck in I don't feel a very healthy mindset is what I'm feeling. I feel like it was just where you felt trapped. You couldn't necessarily see a way forward, or, you know, what the path looked like going forward. And there's that messenger again of Wands showing up again. So I do feel there is something that's coming through for you during the month of October. And I feel like this shatters whatever that was. It feels to me like it cleans up. There is something that is clean. I feel it's you. I feel like you are cleaning up, these challenging experiences that you had by stepping back into your power, by clearing that mind space, by opening that energy back up, aligning those chakras, getting excited about life again, opening that heart chakra back up, and really tapping back into your true self. And I seen you at the sun at the very beginning of all of this. When I was doing this, I seen the sun at the bottom, and that is that happy-go-lucky, that childlike joy, that really being bright and shiny and just happy to be alive and experiencing things. I feel like something is coming in for you, and there's that Ace of Wands that is going to, it feels to me like ignites that fire. It's almost like something that comes in, and that's how I'm feeling. Wow, we had the Ace of Wands, now the Ace of Cups, and then we got the Page on the of Pentacles on the bottom. So I feel this to me feels like new beginnings. New beginning in love, new beginning in passion. It just feels to me like new beginnings as far as those realms go, right? You're wanting to get up, motivated, interested in something, got that fire ignited. I feel like also same thing with the like, you look at the Ace of Cups, like your cup runneth over, like you're filled with that. I just feel like infused with that authentic energy of yours, that love, that light. Look at, another ace. That is the truth. Feels to me like has been a long time coming. I feel like you've really gone through or had to battle some pretty significant experiences, situations, whatever it may be. And I feel like what these were things that were blocking something that you've dreamed of, or that a dream that you had. I don't feel like I should say the word had. I feel like it's a dream that you have. And like I said, I kind of feel at some point you maybe felt like, it just wasn't going to happen for you. But I feel like that wouldn't be the truth. I feel like there is a wish that is being granted to you, and there's choices for you to be making. I feel like part of these choices for you are recognizing, what is balance for you, what is right for you in your life, right? Or what is right for you in the energy. There's another ace. Look, with the Hierophant, you are being blessed with a new beginning. And I feel like this is something. And there's that Two of Swords again, right there. You're at a crossroads right now. I feel like it's very important to be mindful of the choices, decisions that you're making right now, because these to me feel like they are going to take you in a whole new direction, a direction that is a much higher vibration. It's not that energy of being burdened, bogged, stuck. It's a direction of truth, transparency, clarity, reciprocating friendships, romantic or friendships, connections, things like that. But I do see those couple of nights. Those 2 nights make me feel like this is something, and with that right there as well, that you're going to have to stand your ground on. I feel like there could be some energies that want to come in really quickly out of nowhere. It kind of gives me the vibe as you're moving forward into this succession or this success avenue, down this new path, along this new journey. And then there could be some things that want to come in like really quick, in a hurry sort of energy. Be mindful of that, because I don't want to see you get caught up and stuck, stopped, held back, that sort of thing. Because the universe is saying, like, you got angelic support and guidance. We're here to help you. We're here to bring balance into your life. And there's the Emperor again. This is a big deal. This is like, this is really big energy when you see these energies, especially this Emperor showing up so many times. It doesn't have to be a man in your life or a masculine or something. It is a masculine energy, but it can just talk about balance and having structure and discipline and being, really confident, stable, a true leader, and in your power moving forward. And I just see like this external look at this. For some of you, this is a partner, right? Because you do see these are counterparts. These are divine masculine, divine feminine energy. Again, it can be you, balancing out that divine masculine, divine feminine energy. I'm feeling whatever this is, it's a union that is taking place that is bringing something together. And whatever this is, it's something that you have dreamed about, that you have been dreaming of. I feel like you have gone through something. You're coming out of whatever that something is. Well, I say something, but it does seem like really big, challenging experiences. Like challenging, healing from heartbreak, loss, like lack of emotional support, challenges in the mind of being very conflicted, and maybe possibly dealing with energies that were like manipulative and deceptive, and it kind of like did a number on your mind. And then I'm feeling like with the Three of Wands, there's a Chariot again. With the Three of Wands in reverse, like you could have really, something along the line makes me feel like you just lost that vibe, that momentum, that beautiful beaming light that you ultimately shine. And I feel like that is done. It's over. I feel like you've healed from betrayals, manipulation, emotional sadness and loss, being left out, like that sort of energy. I feel like you are really moving into something very different, very big, very powerful. And I do feel energies, wow, King of Swords showing up as well. Nine of Pentacles to the Four of Wands to the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like this is a really huge shift and change of events and direction for you in your life. I feel like this is something that is like going to stand the test of time, be long term. Again, the only thing that I'm really seeing in here that I am issuing the word of caution about, and I think I did this in a reading last week. I don't think it was yours. You can check though and see if it was. But I remember seeing an energy in someone else's reading, or a reading that I did last week, where there would be this energy that wants to show up real quick and in a hurry. It's almost like here you are. This to me feels like you are moving forward to your winning table. Like you're about to be sitting in a winning circle. There's a celebration, could be of a partnership, a marriage, a new job, whatever this is. It shows me the wheel turning in a very favorable direction for you. And I just get this vibe of an energy that wants to come in real quick in a hurry. Like everybody wants to be sitting at your winning table when you're winning, right? But is anybody sitting there helping you get to that winning table? It gives me that energy. So just be mindful of that. And it's not even so much if they don't want to help you get to the winning table, but a lot of times, there are energies that want to slow you down, block you, like, and I could feel that being part of the challenge, right? Where it was like slow you down from receiving, or from manifesting, or from achieving, or something like that. And it just created, like, I feel like a part where you were just like, I'm tired, right? That sort of energy. I don't know, but something comes through and lights that spark. It reignites that spark for you, and I feel like you see the truth for what it really is. These things can no longer be obstacles or challenges that are in your way, and you're moving forward. These are beautiful energies to be moving forward to. It feels like very solid, stable, even regal. I feel the word regal involved in this, so I don't know what that is, but I feel you moving forward to victory and success in a very quick way. So big changes happening quite quickly. I want to say too that I haven't in any of the readings really felt a timeline, but I do feel like this is going to be something that you can literally see in the physical realm. And I feel like no later than like around the last week of October. So please come back and leave me a comment and let me know how this resonates with you, and come back after the end of October and definitely let me know if this reading, played out for you in your real life. So I send you love and light. Have a great day.